Right. Mr. Bettero.
Thank you, Judge.
Honestly, go fuck yourself, sir. You don't say that, okay? You don't lose a trial where a jury acquits someone and finds them overwhelmingly not guilty and say, I gave my sincere obligation to look into this, and I'm telling you all I saw when she's guilty. Again, respectfully, go fuck yourself.
Is that a fair characterization of what you said? Your Honor.
I want to hear objection before I hear a word out of your mouth.
Objection.
Overruled. Sit down. Oh, I said overruled. Sit down.
Swear again like that. That was, no, I mean, whatever. That was, I shouldn't have done that.
A few moments later.
You, as a prosecutor, have got to be out of your fucking mind.
Nose.
Dude, Jimmy, look at those ears.
The ears don't bother me as much.
No, I don't trust a man. I don't trust a man with a lobe like that. No,
really,
not a fucking chance.
The mouth is butthole to me.
Very thin, paper thin.
The nose.
Oh, the nose.
The brows.
Well, listen, I will tell you though, I kind of like a fucked up nose on a guy.
I like a big old honker. I like a big nose.
Old nose. Give me that big bitch. You know,
yeah,
like, I'm into it.
Come over here, cluck cluck.
Yeah.
I see some chickens that went moving on up in my biz, cluck cluck, running. You gotta be with the kids, the kids, the kids, the kids, the kids, kids.
And I go, oop, clutch, clench, Kegel, we did it all. And I go, oh, and what happened? And they go, well, we just got 4,000 plus pages, bitch. And I said, stop it. Show me it. Take me to Unimpound Town immediately, if not sooner. So what happens?
The bitch is here.
Why are you at a football game? Are you a Fonz correspondent?
Well, no, because it's only for men over 30. Okay? Have a great night, boys. Fuck off.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Hey, Blues Clues, motherfucker.
Hello, loveys. How are we? I'm a bitch of a certain age, and I don't have air conditioning in this office. So, little fan, okay? Cool down. Cool down, bitch. You warm? Are we all warm? Yeah. Okay, happy Tuesday. Talk Shit Tuesday. It is May 26th, 2026. And we're here. And we're queer or queer adjacent. And I was feeling like a woman today. Okay, so I wore a little tribute to my girl, Shania, Ms. Twain, riding a horse, okay? Save a horse, ride a cowgirl. Or as some say, Nan, I feel like a woman. You know? Anyone watch Jimmy's stream today? His 5-hour stream? I caught a glimpse. Made me laugh. He brings me joy. Hello, new member. Oh, hi, how are you? Emily Ahern's. Sorry, I'm going to get my shit together. I apologize. Oh, new member, Queen Val. She's Valerie, my solid broad. She decided to come home. Love you. Are you warm, babe? You look so pretty. I saw a picture of you on the Axe. Stop it. Gorgini, much? Yes. All right. So is our life insane? Yes. Okay, we got to turn the fan off. Just pull it out. P.S. Guess where I got this? From Nurses Week. I said, can I get $1? They said, no, take a tiny fan that you can put into your cell phone, either a regular iPhone adapter or the big bitch. And they said, we know you're a big bitch. Oh, Kristen, just an FYI, Kristen, I love you. I'm here. Okay. I'm here. I'm going to read. If you send something, I read it because I'm making good choices. I'm off the prednisone. Guys, I got to tell you though, I still feel a little gross. I still feel a little yuck. And I don't love it. Not loving it. My face is like, and listen, it's definitely the allergies. I'm taking a Claritin. Okay. Claritin is not the devil's pharmaceutical. What is the devil's pharmaceutical, you ask? Prednisone. Don't go on it. You know this now. But like in shocking news, I did want to take a moment and recognize that NASCAR driver Kyle Busch is no longer with us. He's not with the living. He passed away, guys. He was 41 years old, and it was complications of pneumonia. Again, pneumonia in May, I get weird with it. I start going a little, what's happening? What are we doing? What do you mean? Why do 40-year-olds have pneumonia in May, myself included? I'm like, what? And then he goes back. He's with God, his children, his wife. Like, it's unimaginable. And in today's day and age, it's like he had doctors. Like 11 days before, he was doing laps, like, you know, the laps for the cars. And he was like, I need a doctor. Help me, Jesus. And I guess a doctor went out there and it's like, was he dehydrated? I need to know more. But rest in peace, Kyle Busch. I'm so profoundly saddened. Although, like, clearly we don't know him, but like, and no one, I don't like when anybody passes away, but to just think about him being so young and pneumonia in general, preventable. But then if you go septic and you have an infection that is systemic in your body, you can die, even if you are a healthy individual. So everyone take care of yourselves. Everyone, pay attention. Even if you have walking pneumonia, if you have a lower lobe that's like, oh, is this infiltrated? What is happening? I don't know. But really, you need to get to the doctors. Nurses, we're the worst. And I know that my bitches are like, I can go into the cabinet, grab something like you're taking a clindamycin from 2016. No, go get a Z-Pack. Go get an Augmentin. I don't know. You definitely need prednisone probably. So if you can't breathe or you're feeling funky cold Medina, I just want you to come. I want you to go to the doctors for me. Okay. Do me a solid. You can't just push it off. And I know that you think to yourself, it'll go away. No, it won't. And then all of a sudden your bloodstream is infected and you are kaput. We have shit to do. We do not have time to die. Okay. I always say I haven't slept since 2010. I'll sleep when I'm dead. Not today, Satan. Don't take me. I still have things to do. All right. Talked to Nana Phyllis about it. I said, meet Kyle. He's the one with the car. You know, I think she's going to greet him. Probably make him some fucking macaroni. All of that. Thank you, Akasha. So, yes, it does. That's the thing, is it feels like you're drowning when you cough. Also, sidebar, I've been rolling around the same fucking ball of phlegm since I picked up cigarettes again. But like, it's gross. Like, you can hear it's so wet and not in a good, like, it's such like a, and it's like, get it up. And then I just talk to myself. I'm like, get it up. Right. So I just want you to really take care of yourselves. That's all. That's my message to everyone. Kapow, blam, whoosh, swoosh. You gotta kick its ass. And you can't do it like with fucking lemon and clove oil. Get some antibiotics. Also, sidebar, there's an outbreak of chlamydia and syphilis in Europe. Huge, huge news, breaking news. I think there's 37,000 cases of chlamydia in Spain alone. I'm going to need everyone to take a pill in Ibiza. Do it. Take amoxicillin. What the fuck? Why is there, you know what, listen, I know that there's always at like those villages in Florida, the old people are Falcon. All right. They're the founders of the Falcon Committee. I'm the founder of DDBM, but they're getting it in. And they too need antibiotics and Jesus. Tiny Mary, tiny Jesus, not running a train like this one is, but you know what I'm saying. They need it all. But like, how is this happening in Europe? I want Europe to figure it out. Figure it out, Europa. Give everyone a shot in the ass. Everyone get a shot of Recefin. It kills everything but the ninja. And then live your best life. That's it. PSA. Ew. Mary Jennings, ew. Yeah, I know. Ew. In better news, Lisa MW11 says, my friend just gave me a tiny Jesus. I love that. Tiny Jesuses are everywhere. KY something on the World Wide Web tagged me in a Jesus on the beach. I love that. Guys, if you are on Twitter and you find a tiny Jesus and you want to tag me, tag me. It brings me joy every single time. I love it. And absolutely, Kelly's bustin' Justin's fridge acid says everyone needs a tiny Jesus. Tiny Jesus, tiny Mary, tiny everything, tiny antibiotics. Just like, let's put a hence on us. Like, let's put like, not a hence, like some sort of protective spell. I'm going to go at least give 4 oak trees dimes later and then just like say all of our names. I'll be like, every lovey in the world. Oh, I like this one. Oh, Val, you just told us to sign off the internet and sign into some dick. Well, I did safely. Okay. Safely. Okay, Valerie, I'm a nurse for Christ's sake. I'm a mother. So no glove, no love. All right. That goes for everyone in Spain, all of our elderly grandparents at the villages, and to you, Val. All right. Wrap it up and have a good time. Just saying. Oh, and could it be our menopausal rage? No one is going to get past our perimenopausal rage, all the rage. Cutting off hair. Somebody wrote a comment in my stream from a couple days ago and said, oh, you think that's bad, Kim? You cut 4 inches off your hair? She was like, I shaved my head in a menopausal rage. And I was like, she pulled a Britney. She said, it's Britney, bitch. Her arms weren't working. They were heavy. She was upset. Her hair was not bringing her life. It was not giving her life. She said, be gone. But you know what? Those are the times I think about is like, pretty sure my head's not shaped well. You know, I think my mom definitely dropped me a few times. You know, I fear I would have like an egg shape. I wouldn't Sinead O'Connor it, you know? So those are just a couple of things I think about. And don't be a fool. You wrap your tool. Thank you. Let's do it all. We're doing it all. Okay. Now, I was supposed to be back a couple days ago. Did I come back? No. What was I thinking about? My life, thinking about everything, but we have a lot to discuss. There has been some real huge updates in the cases that we follow. Everyone is talking about this Mackenzie SHIL-RILLA case, which I find interesting because I never for one second thought this girl was not like a guilty human being. It never really came across like that because of all of the text messages from her and from looking at it from a logistics and a scientific standpoint. I just will never really wrap my head around the fact that she made it out alive. That's the only thing that I'm like, because I don't think that you could plan that to just end certain parties in a vehicle. Even if she turned the wheel, if you're going at that speed at 100 miles an hour into a wall, that's not looking good for anyone. Unless, well, did they do toxicology? I don't know. Maybe you guys will tell me. I don't remember. The wench is evil. Babes, does she not look evil to you? Now, if this was Michael, Michael would say, oh, it has to be someone pretty. And you true crime people only cover cases of people that are pretty, i.e. Karen, i.e. Kelsey, etc. Mackenzie SHIL-RILLA is beautiful. She's also scary as fuck. I look at her face and I'm like, oh. Does she not give you like clench your butthole type vibe? She's not even trying, babes, and her eyebrows are like it almost has like the black eyes and there's nothing there. When I see someone like that, it makes my fucking hair on my arms stand right up. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Yeah, nightmare fuel. And Val says, yeah. There's just, I don't know. She does not. And as beautiful as she is, it's like a scary pretty. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe that's a girl thing. A guy would be like, I don't know, she's hot. But sometimes you see people and you're like, okay, you're beautiful, but also evil. And she gives that vibe. Her mom, same, in my opinion. Devil's spawn. Ooh, LML Bun Bun says, dead eyes. Yeah. I don't know, it creeps me out. And that's the scariest part of all, EC, is that her parents enabled all of it, in her opinion. And I get that the instinct of like, I want to save my child. I would do that for my children. And no matter what your kid does in life, that's your kid. Okay. But also you took the lives of two other individuals, two other young people who deserve to live. I don't know. Remember that Michelle Carter girl who told the boy to unalive himself in the car? And she was like, the text messages, the girl from Plainville. She also had dead eyes, in my opinion. Casey Anthony, dead eyes. Certain people, like you feel their energy even in a picture. And hers is soulless, in my opinion. So when we are seeing or dealing with like drama on the internet, it's like, wow, when you see and hear of these cases and you see the impacts of such horrific things happening in this world. Like, I can't imagine if I was Dom's mom. Like, I got to tell you guys, put me in a white, that's the time. I'm in the jacket. Because if I'm not, I'm going to do, like, in my thought process, I feel like I'd be so whacked out that I'd be like, send me to jail, bitch. I'm going to take care of this real quick. Because that's my baby. And that's never the right thing to do. But like, I would need to be medicated. I would lose my mind. And so I have so much empathy and so much sympathy for the mothers of the boys that were lost. And allegedly maybe says, I've seen them in real life. It's scary to watch someone's eyes turn black. Listen, all right, Mickey, when I was young, my dad, the Mixter, he used to, when he would get mad, I swear on everything good and holy. And maybe it was at I was little, so like maybe I made it up, but I didn't, because like I think it happened 5 years ago and I was like, bitch, there it is. His eyes, he has current hazel eyes. And when he would get pissed off or he would be like drinking, his eyes would go yellow, like more yellow in them. And you knew if you saw that, it was like, run, run, get out while you still can, because you can see it switch. And the eyes are the windows to the soul, lovies. So when you see somebody and you have that gut feeling, or you're instinctually going to say, something's off here, go with it. I swear. Like, listen to yourself. Do not put that little voice down. Do not say, oh, everything will be okay. No, I'm telling you, trust it. And Shot by Christina says, my eyes are hazel and mine turn bright green when I'm really, really mad. Oh, see, green wouldn't scare me as much. Yellow, I was like, oh, sir. Oh, I'm sorry, Jess. Same, my dad was an abusive alcoholic, and when the eyes switched, you knew. You can see it all. I'm sorry for that. But I think a lot of us can relate, and a lot of us of specific ages, right, can just like relate to seeing that and being acutely aware, and being aware of your parents and how their behaviors or whatever they were going through kind of dictated how you were going to act. It was like I don't know, I think just us of Gen X or millennials, older millennials will say like, oh, I absolutely modified everything in order to accommodate the needs of the adults in the house. It's different now, thank God. When we break those generational curses for our children, and I look at my kids, or I have to say 10 times, ladies, not a flinch, not a change in attitude and or behavior. We're going to just keep on keeping on because we fucking run this shit. That's what they think. I'm in charge. Okay, ladies? I'm in charge. I think so. So that's that. And sorry to go down that really weird path, but childhood trauma unite. Way to start it off on a Talk Shit Tuesday. Whoop, whoop, trauma dumping on a Tuesday night. Feels right. Yeah, so Mackenzie Shrill, though, I think that everybody clearly is talking about it because of the Netflix doc. I think she's where she belongs. I think that certain people, life in prison and meeting the devil would be a walk in the park for. And she strikes me as one of them. Just saying. Okay? Just saying. I do have one other kind of big news, is that on Sunday, this Sunday, May 31st, 2026, the year of our Lord, we will be having a Super Sunday service. Who is it with, you wonder? You fucking know. It's our emotional support attorney. Mr. Betterow is coming back. Okay? He's bopping on by. Will we do a non-consensual Zabar's break in the middle? You know it. You know it. Okay? Do we have any deals? Absolutely not. Are we going to talk everything? Yes. Is he going to give me a breakdown of the shit that I have no idea, including O'Malley, which, like, I want to talk about that, but we're not going to do it tonight because I need him. I would love to talk about the civil suits with Karen. I want his take on Sandra Birchmore and the huge news of Farwell being denied bail, as it always was and should be. But it was quite magical to hear a judge rule and say that there was overwhelming, no, evidence, if not overwhelming evidence, that he was guilty. I was like, oh, we're leaning. Oh, we're leaning. It's happening. So justice for Sandra Birchmore is still upon the horizon, and we still care. So we say her name, Sandra Birchmore. So today also, there was this just came out. Oh, going back to the Mackenzie SHIL-RILLA thing, that it was posted today at 3:43 p.m. by Jesse Weber, said News Nation, before Mackenzie SHIL-RILLA was convicted of killing her boyfriend, Dominic Russo, and his best friend, Davion Flanagan, she was sending graphic texts to Russo. SHIL-RILLA sent texts like, "I'm gonna kill someone. I blank just want to bang my head on the wall till I'm dead. Quote, I effing hate myself. Now I'm at your effing house breaking down your door." The newly resurfaced messages obtained by TMZ are just a handful of the roughly 93,000 texts reviewed in SHIL-RILLA's 2023 murder trial. And what led to the crash? SHIL-RILLA was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison after the 2023 after being found guilty of murder in connection with a crash that killed her boyfriend and one other teenager inside her car on July 31st, 2022. She was found guilty on all 4 counts of murder in what prosecutors called an intentional act. SHIL-RILLA called it a tragic accident where she blacked out. But evidence showed the accelerator pedal was pushed at 100% capacity. And prosecutors said she scouted the route a few days before the crash. Prosecutors said evidence proved SHIL-RILLA, only 17 years old at the time, never showed any signs of slowing down. Russo, 20, and Flanagan, 19, were pronounced unalive at the scene. I mean, that's like your worst nightmare. Oh, and Carla says, I've heard some. I think TB is doing more tonight. Good. What happened to Zachary? To Zach? I blocked him a while back. Is he gone still? Sorry, Zach. No, I just timed him out. Did I time him out? I don't know where Zach is. Zach, come home. And Super Squirrel DV1 says 2:27 a.m. hustling to die in cold. Bitch. Also scouting out the area. Oy. Danger. Danger, Will Robinson. And it is so sad, Val. And that is the most accurate thing that's been said today is NK doesn't want to check his prostate. That's a fact, Zach. Okay? I would give him a shot of Rocephin in the ass if he needed it. Just saying. All right. Next. I'll get Zach back. I'll get him back. Not right now because I can't do it. You know that. Okay. So, wait, do you remember that movie, like The Orphan? Or what was it? With the little girl, the little black-haired girl in a headband? And I feel like it was like an early 2000s movie and it scared the shit out of me. I don't do scary movies. If you do scary movies, go to therapy. I need comedy. I need a romance. I need a psychological thriller. Scary? No. That's a red flag, okay? This is not Curly Sue, fucking Val. Curly Sue? No. Curly Sue was straight, pin straight hair. She was a good girl, right? So I think for me, if a man said to me, I like horror, that's my favorite movie genre, I'd be like, okay, great. I don't, no, gross. I have the ick. And also I want safety. I want to change my phone number. Gross. And yeah, it's a hell no to scary movies. Oh. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't. Oh, well, listen, Meatball, there's your first red flag. I've known you for a long time now. And I'm not changing my phone number. I'll keep it. I think maybe it's just men that like scary movies that freak me out. Just saying. But I don't like it. Oh, thank you. Val knows my ex loved horror. I should have known it was a red flag. Well, now we know, babe. Now we know. If he likes horror, hit the fucking road. Oh, what are we doing? Pat Ford? Or are we calling Pat Ford's name in vain? Pat Ford doesn't deserve anything. Wow. Pat. Oh, Pat, is he causing chaos already? Okay. All right. So, busy day today, and I wanted to just go over. Wait, where is it? The update. Here it is. Boop, 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 a doo. Add it. Can she do it? We'll see. Oh, did I forget? It's been a minute. Share it. Yes, share. It feels right, but it feels so wrong. Add it. Let me know if you guys can see this. Okay, it's a little slow, but so am I. All right, so it says Sandra Birchmore murder case, Matthew Farwell to stay behind bars through trial. Duh. Pre-trial filings in the Matthew Farwell trial suggest that, as well as in the Karen Reed case, the initial investigation into Sandra Birchmore's death was sloppy before a more thorough probe from federal investigators. NBC 10 Boston's chief legal analyst, Michael Coyne, discusses those parallels, how the paternity of her unborn child may affect the case, a new sexual assault allegation against Farwell referred to in a court filing, and so much more. Matthew Farwell, the former Mass police officer accused of unaliving Sandra Birchmore and staging it as a suicide, won't be released on bail before his trial. A federal judge ordered Tuesday, noting, quote, very strong, if not overwhelming evidence against him. The U.S. Attorney's Office for Massachusetts and Farwell's defense team submitted dueling arguments over whether Farwell posed a danger if he was released before trial. Expected to begin in October, and Magistrate Judge M. Page Kelly decided that he did. Farwell was a Stoughton police officer when he allegedly killed the 23-year-old Birchmore, whom he's accused of grooming since a teenager and having a sexual relationship with when she was just 15. Farwell has pleaded not guilty to federal charges. Quote, given the nature of the crimes charged and the facts of this case, if Farwell were released and reoffended, there is grave risk that the crime would be a serious one. Also, I thought it was really nice of NBC 10 to put this. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, contact the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE 7233. Or texting LOVEYS, Love is to 22522. She noted the argument made by Farwell's attorney that the man hadn't fled after a report in the media that an expert thought Birchmore had been murdered, but said there isn't enough information to gauge whether Farwell knew about the investigation, like the weight of the evidence against him. Kelly concluded, quote, the evidence against Farwell is very strong, if not overwhelming, though she emphasized that the court does not have the benefit of cross-examination of witnesses and the full record, which will be developed at trial. Prosecutors had cited evidence tied to the alleged murder weapon and pornographic videos he allegedly watched after Birchmore died, as they argued for Farwell to stay behind bars, while his defense sought to throw the evidence out. Farwell has been in custody since his arrest in summer of 2024. If convicted, he faces life in prison. Lovies, when we talk about evil and when we talk about eyes of evil, this is another one. Scary that we are able to see that so much. But if you look, like behind that smile, There is a man who quite literally went to Sandra Birchmore's apartment, allegedly unalived her, then in showing true psychopathy and no remorse, staged her death as a suicide that she self-checked out, left her home, and made his way to Newton Wellesley Hospital, where his wife birthed their third child, brought new life into this world. And he didn't even change his clothes. The first pictures that were ever provided in evidence are a picture of him holding his baby in the same sweatshirt that he walked in to Sandra's apartment building and left in a hurry 27 minutes later. He's a fucking monster, in my opinion. And I believe in my heart of hearts that his wife, like, is better off with him away from her. And I know that that's tragic to say. And maybe she would never say it out loud. But like, if you're sleeping with the enemy and you find out that somebody that you love could have done that, and then you see the propensity of evidence and you see his behaviors and his proclivities and sexual deviance. What? Oh, I don't know what's happening. Somebody is taking a motorcycle to the lake. But if you see his patterns, it is terrifying. And I will die on the hill that Sandra is not the only one. I will die on that hill. And until those other girls whom may feel comfortable sometime in the future, because it's not on anyone else's timeline, but maybe if he gets life in prison and they know that they're safe from his reach, maybe other young ladies would be able to come forward and tell their story. Because what he did doesn't happen in a vacuum. Just like when we talk about Proctor and those text messages, it didn't start at Karen's case. And now we know from his cell phone records and his text messages and kill a blank in Canton N-word. Like, this doesn't just start one day, is what all I'm trying to say. And I Love Dog says, I agree that Sandra is not the only one. It is. It is so sad and so gross. Thank you, Maria. My scally bread says she agrees. And Queen Val, oh, okay. Interesting take. I bet his wife knows a lot. See, I feel like she would have been brought up if she did, though. I feel like he was really trying to have a double life here. I feel like he hid things and probably hid things well. I mean, yes, is it possible that she knew, or she knew something was going on? Maybe you think your husband's having an affair, right? Maybe you think, oh, he's banging some broad at the precinct. But to ever think where the depths of depravity this went, I can't fathom it. I could be wrong, but I just can't. And he was in a position of trust too. That's why timely manner. It's that was not only a position of trust, a position of power. And that dynamic, since Sandra was only 13 years old, was one of idolization of the police. She wanted to be a police officer. And why wouldn't Sandra's mother not think I can trust my child being with the police. That's a safe place for her. The Explorers program is an incredible after-school program that is going to be able to instill work ethic and law and give my child an outlet and a positive place, a safe place. And it was anything but safe. You know? Just sad. And that's so true. Clean Sergeant says, why the F did the FBI have to come for him? This is shit that I will never understand. Because if you look back at the audit or the investigation that was done by the McNamara, the chief of police, she had requested an independent investigation into it. And you can look and see that they found everything. They had the text messages from her iCloud. They had all the information, the same information that the feds had. And yet they never charged Matt. Matt, as he was referred to in his interviews by Fanning. Fuck Fanning. Fuck you, John Fanning. Okay? I said it. And absolutely, it was kudos to Dr. Bodden and to the FBI medical examiner. So they had 2 independent medical examiners, one for the family and one for the FBI, that came back with a clear indication of homicide, as evidenced by a fractured hyoid bone, which happens exactly 0 out of 100 times for a partial weight-bearing hanging. And it happens in nearly all cases of mechanical strangulation. It wasn't missed by the Office of Chief Medical Examiner in Massachusetts. It was not missed. She documented it. But she went with what the surrounding circumstances of the case that were given to her by Mass State Police and by Matt. So fuck all the way off, all of you. Everyone who touched this case, everyone who turned another eye or, looked the other way and didn't actually have accountability for Sandra and didn't think about anybody else or other young ladies or other women in their community that could be negatively impacted by this fucking monster. Shame on you. In my opinion. And we tell that medical examiner to shut all the way the fuck up. You dumb bitch. Thank you, Morgan. Somebody sent me a Dick Down by Montante merch. Today it's a hoodie and it is 10 out of 10. Whoever, mom.com that sent that to me, we might be doing it. That might be the winner. It is so good. Amazing. You people in classroom 203, do some serious homework. It is incredible. Okay. So let me unshare this. Oh no. Let me go over here. I'm going to share this instead. Duh. And then what do I do with this? We'll get rid of it. Allegedly. Okay. Now we're in Twitter. It's a dangerous place. You know it. I know it. Christina Rex posted 3 hours ago that he must stay behind bars. Still speaking of Farwell, so it is ordered that the defendant is committed to custody of the Attorney General or his designated representative for confinement in the corrections facility separate to the extent practical from persons awaiting or serving sentences to be held in custody pending appeal. 2, that he be afforded a reasonable opportunity for private consultation with counsel. And 3, that on the order of a court of the United States or on request by an attorney for the government, the person in charge for the corrections facility which he is detained and confined to shall deliver him to an authorized deputy United States Marshal for the purpose of any appearance in connection with a court proceeding. So he has the right to go to court. He has the right. Oh, okay. Can you hear this? Oh, weird. It said I lost connection. I don't know. Whatever. I think it's here. Hold on. Should I stop sharing it? All right, I'm going to stop sharing and then reshare. Sorry, babes. I was like, we're not even doing audio. That's weird. Okay. Hold, please. Share it. Sharing is caring. Share. All good. Okay, you're still here. Am I here? Are we here? Jesus. She's having a day, babes. Okay, good. So then, oh, this was so sad. Oh my freaking God. Did anyone see this on the news? Oh, wait. Add it. Sorry. So there was this guy, which I'm like, fucking red flag, face tattoos and horror movies. If you like scary movies and you have a face tattoo, red flag, babes, red flag, and not even a good face tattoo. Like that is gross. What'd you do over the weekend? Oh, I don't know. Unalived my girlfriend because I'm a fucking psycho. Okay, so this happened, right? So, oh, it's a holiday weekend. Yeah, great. What did we do? Oh, it's a man. It's a man. That's the red flag. Accused of fatally shooting girlfriend in Lawrence, held without bail. And click an image. I'm clicking. Click it or ticket, bitch. Share this tab. This was so sad. I want to hear more about this because guys, where was I? In this building. I was in that building seeing a patient, quite literally, over the weekend. I was like, oh, okay. So get out of there. I accept your cookies. My cookies, my cookies, my cookies, not my cookies. Man accused of fatally pew-pewing his girlfriend in Lawrence, held without bail. Well, again, we have a fucking butterfly tattoo. A Lawrence, Massachusetts man is being held without bail after allegedly at their house early Saturday morning. The defendant is alleged to have pewed his girlfriend during an intimate moment in Lawrence in their home, said the DA, Erin Belova. The suspect is a 21-year-old who showed little emotion during his arraignment at Lawrence District Court. The incident occurred at their apartment at 240 Canal Street. Oh. And the Lawrence police responded to a 911 call shortly after 3 a.m. Then it said the district attorney's office said a female was located with a severe head wound. So you pewed her in the head. And during the arraignment, the court clerk said he is charged in the city of Lawrence with 1 count of murder and 1 count of assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. A not guilty plea was entered by Haley on Haley's behalf, as it is standard protocol. And the apartment where the shooting occurred is located across the canal from the courthouse, leaving the community in shock. Now, I'll tell you this. I tell you this to tell you this. Canal Street is not a bad, like Lawrence has a bad rap, but there are some really nice, like, sections, right? And right at the courthouse is not a bad one. And Canal Street, they have like actual high-rise, like luxury apartments and shit. So it is unbelievable. Also, you're 21 years old. You took your girlfriend's life allegedly in a moment of passion. You were doing it. or you were in an intimate moment of some sort, and then you chose to end her life. Go away. Bye. Be gone. He showed little emotion. Yeah, he showed little emotion. And we don't know her name yet. This has to all come out. But I am devastated. I'm devastated to think of a 20-year-old, a young woman who, like, I'm sure he had other red flags besides the fucking face tattoos. He probably liked scary movies. He probably tried to make her watch them all the time. He also, like, I don't know. We could do a who is he, and none of it is good. I find nothing good about him. It's disgusting. It's horrifying. It was Saturday. Karen, it was Saturday. It was quite literally 4 days ago. And I want to know more. And of course, like protecting her, anonymity of the family if they didn't want the information out there. But I mean, it is going to be public. And I want to know every detail. I want to know how many times were the cops called to that house previously? Was he controlling? He looked controlling. Okay, just say that. He looks like the kind of guy that's like, no, you can't hang out with your friends. No, you can't go. You can't wear that. He'd get pissed off at you for like, I don't know. Like he'd say, you're not respecting me because you wore that shirt. I don't know. Sick fuck. Sick F. Agreed, babes. So I'm going to stop sharing that one. And then I wanted to go, what else was there? There was way more, guys. And oh my God, listen, you know that times are tough, or that like the matrix is imploding at this moment, because tell me why I am reposting Grant Smith Ellis. It's happening. It's actually happening. Grant's making sense, like a lot of sense. He's giving me information about shit that I actually care about. And I'm like, oh, I can't believe this is real. But this, you guys you're gonna shit because you get it. You understand all the things. You're the smartest and the prettiest, duh. So listen, okay. Me too. Oh, I love it. Oh, and actually, congratulations, Towel Esquire. He graduated. I liked that post. Oh, Grant. Oh, times are, I don't even know what's happening. Who am I? So listen, this is a bigger deal than I think anyone understands, but any women in STEM, any of our loveys in STEM are going to go get the fuck out of town. Ready? On your mark, let's set, let's go. So the judge in Norfolk County overseeing the motion to compel Massachusetts State Police to turn over their crime lab, quote, corrective action database, has just talked on the record of potential sanctions if the materials are not turned over to defendants investigated by Mass State Police, including those defendants investigated by former State Trooper Michael Proctor. The Norfolk DA, Michael Morrissey, objected via written pleadings on the grounds that producing the database would take incredible resources for the Mass State Police. That objection is attached below for context. At the end of the hearing, however, the judge ruled that the Commonwealth is ordered to inquire about the database, and MSP is required to look for and turn it over. If Mass State Police have any issues with that ruling, they can file a motion to intervene, the judge also ruled. This per a Towel reporter in the digital courtroom. Stop. I can't. Now, can you still see this? Okay, good. So the Commonwealth's response to the defendant's motion for additional discovery related to the Massachusetts State Police Crime Lab Corrective Action Database. Now, are you old enough to remember the crime lab scandal? Annie Dugan, are you old enough to remember this? If you're not, we can talk about it. But there was a time in which how to fix a drug scandal, okay? This is like, there was a Netflix doc about it. There was a criminalist, a crime specialist at the lab that was fabricating drug samples for the DAs. Okay, yes. Okay, these are my people. My people remember. You're old enough. Love it. Love a Romy with cheese. She's old enough to remember it, and she doesn't eat after 7 o'clock. I got that TikTok. Obsessed. So listen, for there to be any questions or concerns about a fucking corrective action database at the crime lab has me, when I tell you bitches, spidey senses should be up on all of us. That they're saying that we can't produce this, or that you don't want to. Why? Now we have to go second layer. It's going to get them every time. They can say no. They can rebut it and say, oh, this would take all the resources in the world. Fuck you. Give it to us. I want to know everything. I want to know samples that were utilized in every case. I want to know the origin, because when I tell you, babes, go back to trial 1. Go back for Karen Reed. Go to trial 2. You will hear that each and every one, from Maureen Hartnett to Mix Valaire to, I can't remember the other one, but that was pretty damn okay, that they would say, well, we didn't know what we didn't know, when they were talking about scrapings from Officer John O'Keefe's shirts. Was it from his hoodie, his zip-up hoodie, or was it from the orange shirt underneath? These are things you need to know. And they said, we don't have any idea. How about with those sprinkled pieces of glass that were not embedded like anti-Karen Reed people would like to tell you, but rather sprinkled upon and made it through a blizzard on a flatbed, baby? How about that 1C little hair that curled out and Maureen Hartnett took a picture of it? One hair held on for dear life and had the magic of the magic school bus, Tiny Mary, Tiny Jesus, Punch the Monkey, Tiny Chuck Norris. I mean, every power, Aladdin. I don't know who the fuck helped it, but it stayed on that right rear quarter panel. And once it was given, right, our chain of custody was so fucked that when you're finding taillight 3 weeks after the death of Officer John O'Keefe, that Kenny Berkowitz is out on leave and he's just driving by and his eyes are caught by Massachusetts sea glass laying upon a lawn, and the largest pieces are found. There was no chain of custody. And all the crime lab, all those techs had was the information that they're given and their little fucking handy dandy Blues Clues notebooks, right? They got a paper bag, that your mother put a fucking egg salad sandwich in the year of our Lord, 1998, and a rice cake. And like, that's what you're going off of. And you don't know anything. They go, well, I can't tell you where it was before. Oh, I couldn't tell you this. So, sorry, that was a long-winded way to say the Police Crime Lab Corrective Action Database. After consultation with the Massachusetts State Police Crime Lab, the Commonwealth addresses each request as follows. All underlying data for each entry that Johnson received for each of the following analysts. The Commonwealth states that there is, quote, no corrective action database maintained by the Massachusetts State Police Crime Laboratory. Moving forward will be known as the MSPCL. The Commonwealth had provided as discovery on June 16th, 2025 and October 17th, 2025 in an Excel spreadsheet identified as the non-conformity log. Ding, 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 ding. Which is made available by the MSPCL on its ADA SharePoint site. Give it to me. I want to see the SharePoint. The nonconformity log provides the name of the analyst, the date of the deviation type, the lab case number, the date entered, and the description. The description column details the nonconformity that was identified, as well as whether it resulted in a corrective action report. I'm out of my tits. I'm reading this and I'm like, shut the fuck. Are you? Tell me, what are you thinking? Oh, enough snow to track a cat. Thank you, Cassie Baby 1505. Hold up. If there's not one, why are you objecting? Also, I like that you named it something else, right? Just like if you think about the Sallyport and the Sallyport video that came forth during trial, you remember that we then learned that Michael Proctor had it all the fucking time, that he had requested it back in February of 2022. Adam Lally had no clue. I don't give a shit who you are. I do not believe Lally knew. I believe 100% that Proctor knew, buried it in his file, and didn't want it to ever come to light. Absolutely. Ann Piccolo says there's a lot of there. Okay, so let's keep going. So, as well, if it resulted in a corrective action report, the Commonwealth has no objection to inquiring and seeking the complete quality assurance materials regarding any nonconformity or corrective action report for each analyst requested, but objects to providing the case files associated with any particular nonconformity, as there may be objections from the prosecuting county, or there could be statutory considerations depending on the type of case or type of evidence. Oh my God. He's telling us everything. He's telling us everything in his objecting. However, according to the MSPCL, gathering the quality assurance materials for each entry will involve a considerable period of time. Okay, so try to get us, okay, we're not going to wait 3 years to get this done. Okay. The quality assurance materials may contain much of the same information in the description column, but in a PDF format. Some of the analysts are believed to be peripheral to the case. As example, the DNA analysts will not be testifying as to any inculpatory DNA evidence. What? The time to gather this broad request should be considered excluded or waived under Massachusetts Rules of Criminal Procedure 36, and the time required to produce this material should not be a basis for a continuance, as this request is speculative and overly broad in nature. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Maureen Hartnett. Do you remember human hair? Do you remember? She identified the hair on the back of Karen Reed's Lexus vehicle as non-human hair. Come to find out, it was human hair. And it was an analyst whom had worked for, I think, 8, 12 years. Can't remember exactly. But she needed corrective action because she was unable to identify. So she needed remedial training. What are you saying, that these analysts do not participate in trials or determine if something's inculpatory or exculpatory? They are providing to the nanith, I don't even know how many zeros after that it is on the maternal line of Officer John O'Keefe, that hair. So you're full of shit. What are you saying? Happy birthday, baby. Morgan, they've all lost the plot. All right. So number 2, this has me like all the way worked up. Number 2, any and all emails between the Commonwealth and Massachusetts State Police Crime Lab regarding this database. The Commonwealth objects to this request as it is not clear. What the fuck do you mean it's not clear, Michael? I'm sorry, Mr. Morrissey? What? The Commonwealth agrees to provide all email communications received on February 12th, 2025 and April 2nd, 2025 from the MSP Crime Lab regarding the ADA SharePoint site launch. Well, guess what I'm doing? Guess what I'm doing this week? I'm putting in a fucking request, a Freedom of Information request, because I want it all. And I don't give a fuck about those 2 days, no offense. I want to know from February 2nd, 2022 to June of 2025. And I'm going to put the specific Maureen Hartnett, Mix Valaire, and I got to remember the other lady's name. I want that communication. Because I'm telling you, there was nonconformity. And just a reminder, lovies, nobody made this database up. The database exists. So why are you protesting so much? I don't know. The date the database launched. See response 1. The Commonwealth responds that the ADA SharePoint site, where the non-conformity log is available to assistant district attorneys, was launched on April 14th, 2025. Now back. We haven't lost the plot. What in the fuck do you mean? Pardon my French. Sorry, guys. How did this not become instituted until 2025, when we had the Annie Dugan scandal in the early 2000s? Annie took the entire blame. She took the bullet for the Commonwealth. The DAs, the ADAs that she was communicating with, that were asking her to find the drugs, they never had repercussions. Annie They tried to pretend it was only like an isolated, she made all the problems for everyone else, which never was the case. She was asked to by higher ups. She thought, in a twisted way, I believe, that she was doing the right thing by helping the ADAs because she's helping the good guys. Whether or not this drug dealer actually had drugs on him was irrelevant to her, because he had drugs on him the last 4 times his lawyer got him off. So I think, of course, she was bad too, but nobody else took the rap. Nobody else took the fall. And that resulted in 10,000 cases being examined, like vacating actual guilty parties, changing the trajectory of criminal investigations and outcomes for family members and victims. It was horrifying. And they never did a corrective action plan to make a database. Stop. Okay. And then it says any and all grants. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. And I want to know. Any and all grants, not Grant Smith Ellis's, not Towel Esquire's, but grants as in money. Show me the money that the Massachusetts Police Crime Lab receives for their work, including any parameters and incentives for the grants. The Commonwealth objects to this request, as this request is speculative, unfairly burdensome, and outside the scope of Rule 14. The Commonwealth would agree to inquire of the MSPCL as to any grants it received for its work from June 1st, 2021 through the present. How come? How come why? I want to know. And number 5, access to any trial transcripts that may have been involved in the above listed entries. Grant did God's work on this one, if you ask me. I'm telling you. In my opinion, babes, this is damning. It's damning for Michael Morrissey. It's damning for the Norfolk DA's office. It's damning for the crime lab. And I have to know. I have to know. So now, this bitch, Facts Matter journalism, I'm doing it. We're going full throttle, full steam ahead. Okay? And I'm going to ask for it all because we have the right to it. And we would be able to, because we're the smartest and the prettiest, we would be able to logistically look over everything and say, well, that doesn't make sense. Because we get it, because we're women in STEM. It was. But, oh my gosh, look at him. I knew exactly what you meant. Where is he? Christina Hanley. Look at you. Oh, you passing a test. You get an A. You get an A, my boola. Christina Hanley. Let me write that down. I'm blonde. I'll forget. All right. So we got Mix Valaire. We've got Maureen Hartnett. And Christina Hanley. Thanks, Bula. So I'm telling you, guys, get your shit together, because we might be Facts Matter journalism-ing hard here. All right. Are we cracking? Call me fucking Ted Daniel, okay? She's hot. Okay. What else? Ooh, Tess. Tess too? All right. Let me see. I don't remember Tess. Tess chart. Not a test chart, but test chart. Okay, good. We're doing good. Kim, look at Emily C. Hi, Emily C. I'm looking. Oh, she was trial one. Okay. Thank you. I'll do it. All right, we're going to do it together. Now, what else? Next. Going back. Am I still sharing this? Yes, I am. Okay, thank you. Kelly, how pregnant are you? Are you hot today, babe? Tell me everything. Hope our girl is baking well. We're doing this. Don't worry, guys. Oh, duh. Oh my gosh, you have to watch this. Shut up. Where was I? Look at. Get big. So was it Sunday I was working? I was working Sunday and Monday. But look at yeah, woo. You guys will think this is funny. Where am I? Downtown Lowell. Actually, not really. I was actually on Central Street. But watch this gem. It's raining. And then I hear the band. Look at my boys. Oh, this is incredible. I'm obsessed. Couldn't tell me shit. This is it. Portuguese pride. That was St. Anthony's, and that was the Feast of the Pentecost. Rain or shine, the feast must go on. Oh, babe. A parade. Look at the robes. They were dressed to the nines. My Portuguesas. In Portuguese corner of Lowell, my favorites. Okay, you want to say that I see an elderly man with a trombone. You sign me up immediately. There was one playing a drum. I go, oh, and he's in a suit. Stop it, Steve. Steve, Ralph, they were all there. I go, I am not worthy to receive this. It was incredible. Yeah, I know. Montante should get me a air conditioner. She's sweating. Well, listen, we have window units. Ew. I know, stop. No central air. You know what's funny, though? I don't live in a townhouse. And I don't live with my husband. Because I don't have one. But some dumb bitches like to say that, you know. Ooh. Anyway. Oh, well, that's great. We have AC. It's nice and cold down here. Just tuned in. Well, nice to see ya. So glad. Okay, well, this is what was said. Kelly said it. Michael, why don't you read it? Okay. Maybe there'll be a dry spell, sir, because she's hot. She can't work in these conditions. Or I just need a fan. I just need a good fan. I'll get a good fan. All right. Anywho, next. Okay, we did that one. Oh, I did want to tell you because we haven't talked about it, but there was remember when we were talking about the Tewksbury State, not Tewksbury State Police, Tewksbury State Hospital, and how they took away their ability to use non-lethal force, and there was an increase in the calls, and they were getting additional calls, and their Tewksbury Police Department was like out of their mind. They were responding to calls at the hospital. There was a nurse that got struck with a chair by a family member, and things were going off the rails. Well, I'll be dipped. Someone was listening. Who is it? I don't fucking know. But they decided to reinstate the security officials' ability to use pepper spray and handcuffs. Thank God for small favors. There has been a decrease per the Tewksbury Police Chief, Mr. Chief Columbus. He said that it's been a little bit better. There was, I think, 7 incidences of violence in 7 days after they had taken it away. And there has been a downward trend. So we love to see that. Good job. Common sense. It is not hard to come by every once in a while. So thank you. Thank you to Tewksbury State. Thank you to Chief Columbus for actually knowing how to de-escalate situations with mental health, and for ending calls with no loss of life since they've had that training. It's incredible. Like, we see other instances, including Haverhill and Francis Gigliotti, and I think of several other just en route of lethal force used on people suffering from a mental health crisis and resulting in the loss of their life. That doesn't happen in Tewksbury, because they have our state hospital, one of our very few that remain, Bridgewater State, Tewksbury State. I'm trying to think if there's another that's still open. But they take the de-escalation so seriously, and how they can go about having the best outcome for the community and for the patients. That's all I'm saying. I know. Mine too, Val. All right. So with that being said, I think that's it, babes. I think that is it for today. We're going to do a show on Thursday. I'm going to be here with bells on. I might invite Montante if he gets me an air conditioner. And if he doesn't, he'll be back in New Jersey. And then Sunday service with Mr. Betterow, 8 a.m. Get your Zabars. Get your shit together. I love your faces. Oh, shit. Let's do these. I lied. I almost forgot because I'm a dickhead. But thank you to E.R. Roy for becoming, was a good boy, E.R. Roy, for becoming a YouTube member consensually at Nurse Kim's house, and to the Peace in the Middle East, a.k.a. Mr. Geek. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member consensually at my home. And to E.R. Roy, who says they went to the Minute Clinic today because I've had this mysterious May virus that no one knows what the hell is, but Kyle Bush scared me. Thank you for going to the Minute Clinic today. Did you get any antibiotics? If they told you it was viral, tell them to suck a dick. Don't say that, actually. But say, if it's been going on for more than 2 weeks, you need to say that. Because it shouldn't be viral, should be resolved within 7 to 14 days, max. So I care. I'm right here for you. And I don't have any. I took my entire Z-Pack. Not like I would, whatever. But like, don't take anything from like your cabinet that you've had since 2014. Thank you, Trust is Love, for becoming a consensual YouTube member at my house. Thank you. And to the Prince of Wales. Sorry I haven't been around for a while. My prostate was on roids and mercury was in Gatorade. How have you been? Hey, motherfucker. Hey, Zach. Glad to see you're back. Might as well just put you back in timeout. Oh, yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go. Bye-bye, Zach. Miss ya. Thank you, KY Heather, for being here for 4 months and stating justice for Pat Ford. That's always a motto that I can get behind. Justice for Pat Ford. Put it on a shirt. Okay? We're here for you. Free forward from what? I don't know. His own mind. And thank you to Side Eye Jess for becoming a YouTube member consensually at my house. And to my Miss Rhonda Hink, solid broad extraordinaire. Love you, Nurse Kim. Thank you for being here for 6 months, babe. And to E. Roy, there's a frickin' Netflix documentary on it. We are talking 100% about Annie Dugan and the How to Fix a Drug Scandal. If you haven't seen that, babes, go watch it. It is psychotic. And to Kerry Cove has been a member at my house for 3 months. 3 months of being a lovey with this queen. No, you're a queen. Thank you for being here, bitch. I love you. Look at your happy smile. You're so pretty. Oh. And to my Cheech, my Cheech-arino. Cheech, are you shitting me? I've held you here for 17 months against your will. Turn it off. Turn off the subscription. Come jump in my pool as it will cool you down. Thanks. But hey, tomorrow's actually going to be warmer. Maybe when I'm done. Maybe we will. Maybe we will jump in your pool, Cheech. Okay? Tell your mother, and I'll get the fucking power washer out, and I'll finish up the job. Okay? Love your face. All right, babes. Be good. I'll talk to you soon. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I gotta go. I'm sweating in places I can't talk about. Bye.
Fat. It ain't got your ass getting fat. Bitch, you grown, that ain't bitch. You never see your ass up on the stairmaster. Bitch, you got it on level 2. Bitch, go a little faster. Look, girl, I ain't gonna lie, I tell you how I feel. Bitch, you handcuff your big ass to the treadmill. You wanna work out now, cause you know it's getting hot. And your big ass finna pop all the bottom off the top. Got the right chicks and some tight shit in the zone. So your ass made some tight shit, we like she